see or hear you, no matter what they do. It doesn't stop them from knowing who you are and things about you, but as far as they're concerned, you're fucking invisible. As you might imagine, that's not an easy thing to do. Amira, when she was still alive, arranged it with Astaroth. That was the root of that debt. 4,000 souls for one spell? Volok snorted. 10,000. She had a positive balance and blew it all to protect you. Did the record say who it was supposed to protect him from? Hayley asked. Strangely enough, no. That part of the record is redacted. The number of people who could excise something like that is not large, but it's roughly the same number of people who could help cast the spell in the first place, so you do the math. Astaroth? I asked. Volok shrugged. I'm not speculating or suggesting a single thing. He's my boss. But again, you're a bright kid. Not exactly rocket science there. There was something he didn't want anyone to know about, Hayley said. Volok just held up his hands. To continue, he said, Astaroth would like you to investigate something, a thing that he is very keen to learn more about. And he's also very keen that you do this discreetly, by which I mean he would very much prefer that no one else in the bureaucracy learn about this, either your investigation or whatever it is you find. Which is what? Cochranolis, Morax said. Specifically what he was doing up there and why. But we delivered him to you, Katarina said, incredulous. You cannot get this information from him. Morax took a deep breath and exhaled. No. Do you remember what we told you about him detonating some kind of magical virus inside his operations to cover his tracks? Well, he set up something very similar inside his own head, and when he returned to hell, it wiped his memory. The waitress arrived with the food. Morax and Volok fell silent until she was gone. Trust me, sugar tits, Volok said. Everything that could have been done to induce him to remember has, in fact, been done. Several times over. You know as well as I do what that would involve. It didn't work. Whatever it was is gone. So it's something he really didn't want you or anyone else to know about, Hayley said. That is exactly the size of it, Red, Volok said. Which is why we need you to go look. I had been wondering about this one myself, but I wasn't going to say it. How much is Astaroth offering for this? I asked. This one is a sliding scale, depending on what you're able to uncover, but 500 minimum. The more information you can deliver, the bigger the payoff. I pondered a question I'd been bouncing around in my mind for a while. Asking it could draw attention I didn't need, but I decided knowing the answer was more important. Have you asked Amira? Katarina gasped softly, and I felt Hayley's hand on my thigh. Volok regarded me oddly for a moment or two. Do you think she would know anything about this? Volok asked. This involves Zagon's Rock. She lived there for quite a while. The people she shielded me from are there. It's a small town. There's jack shit going on there that could be of any interest to hell beyond this. Volok and Morax looked at each other, then back at me. The answer is no, Morax said. Astaroth specifically instructed us not to involve her in this. Why not? Volok laughed softly. You haven't been working for us that long, but you should understand by now that there are certain questions you don't ask of your superiors in the bureaucracy. Those include asking for rationales for those sorts of instructions. Astaroth would not have told me if I had asked, and asking would not have gone over well. That's all I'm going to say. Katarina put her hand on my arm. Okay, I said finally. Volok and Morax might not be able to tell me, but there was someone who could. Someone I was past due for a conversation with. It was a Wednesday night, and Hayley and I both had a lot of homework to do, so we went back to campus, kissed goodnight, and went to our respective residences. I had a heavier class load this semester in addition to my TA responsibilities, so I settled in at the kitchen table when we got back. Katarina did my laundry and cleaned up around the apartment while I worked. I was just wrapping up some homework for chemical engineering thermodynamics when a text came in. I looked at my demon phone and saw it was MJ. Hey. Hey, dream girl. A smiley popped up. Are you busy?